What's up guys, AlvisGaming here for another episode of Pokémon FireRed. Now you're probably wondering what's taking this episode so long? Well, let me give you a little bit of a backstory. So I recorded this episode very shortly after episode 2, but the problem was, after recording this and episode 4, I realised something. Episode 3's audio seemed to have gotten fucking drowned, which is kind of annoying, can't lie. So I'm gonna have to dub over this episode, which we're gonna have to deal with all of that fun and jazz. So I'm gonna dub over this episode, which I've kind of broken down into a little highlights reel, where I'm gonna explain what's happening in each aspect of the thing, which kind of sucks, but this is the best I can deal with. I'm sorry in advance. Anyway, on with the video. So to start off with, we accidentally start a fight with our rival Blue, which was totally not planned. I was just trying to show off the fact that we could fight him at this point, but this is something that I accidentally did, so we now start a fight with good old Blue. So to start off with, Blue sends out his Pidgeotto, level 17. Pidgeotto has the moves Tackle, Gust, Sand Attack, and Quick Attack, with the ability Keen Eye. This is probably his strongest Pokemon on his team, being the only Pokemon that is evolved. I open up with a Sleep Powder to try and put him to sleep, because really Buddy is the only person who can do anything against anything, because he's the only Pokemon we really have. So I'm going for the good old classic Sleep Powder Leech Seed combo. This is to drain Pidgeotto's health and to prevent the Gust, because if that thing uses Gust, there's a very good chance Buddy isn't going to come out alive. I'm very confident in Buddy's special defense. I think it's Gust is special. So yeah, I can consider mulling over going for a Razor Leaf, because I'm running the numbers in my head and I'm thinking it would do more than a Tackle, because the same type of attack bonus and due to Buddy's higher special attack. But unluckily I keep missing, which is very annoying. This is probably due to the Sand Attack. Sand Attack really does prove that evasion can kill. As you see, it did get a Gust off, so it did do quite a bit of damage, which scares me considering how fast Pidgeotto is as well. So really, I need to make sure it's asleep if I have any hopes of winning. Luckily, the Leech Seed is going to come back and help me out here. But the problem I had with this fight was the fact is I was really low on like HP and PP because I didn't heal. Like literally, I just finished doing Mount Moon before this, which made things a lot harder. I try using the Razor Leaf again and it fails. Pidgeotto's still fast asleep though, which is great. We get a nice good old Leech Seed, which is probably what's going to end up killing. To be fair, it's been a couple of days since I've watched over the footage myself. It's been a while because I kind of got a bit angry after, you know, this footage getting drowned. Pidgeotto wakes up again. He goes straight for the Gust, which is not doing as much damage as I believed it to do at first, but still, it's not something I want to do considering I've got 3 more Pokemon to fight after this. Another one having a move that could possibly kill me as well. Luckily, I think Buddy's overleveledness and our tactics with Sleep Powder and Leech Seed are doing the work here. Really, our goal is to just kind of keep this thing down as long as possible. And that finishes. Oh, nearly. Yeah, Tackle's out of PP. That was what I kept trying to use the Razor Leaf. But I was also kind of debating if Razor Leaf would do a lot of damage, but we never really found out because it just didn't hit once without the entire thing. Now, obviously I could have switched out, but like, again, I don't really like using Pokemon unless they're on my team, unless I absolutely have to. Next, he's going to send out his level 18 Charmander. If you chose Squirtle or Charmander, he would have the same level starter, just different moves. Charmander has Scratch, Growl, Ember, and Metal Claw. Ember will do a shit ton of damage to your Bulbasaur, so that's one thing you need to keep count of. Metal Claw also would affect any rock-type Pokemon, so really your best bet at this point is if you somehow manage to level up Magikarp into a Gyarados by this point. That's probably your best bet, because any rock-type is going to get destroyed by that Metal Claw, which kind of makes Charmander the hardest one to fight at this point in the game. And also, if you chose Squirtle, he would have the moves Tackle, Tail Whip, Bubble, and Water Gun. You don't have actually many counters to Squirtle either, because at this point you wouldn't be able to catch any Grass-type Pokemon. So really your best bet would be Pikachu, if you had a Pikachu at this point. That could be like extremely helpful to that point. And finally, Bulbasaur, it has the moves Leech Seed, Vine Whip, and Sleep Powder, so very, very similar to mine, just no Razor Leaf, and no pre-evolution yet. And also obviously each having the respective abilities of Overgrow, Torrent, and Blaze. Which, don't underestimate it, because it can bite you in the arse if you forget about it. Not the best ability, but it's definitely a thing. And to be fair, this Charmander is actually going down a lot easier than I thought. We went for the Sleep Powder and Leech Seed combo again, this time working a lot better for us. Luckily now, the only Pokemon we have left is Abra, level 16 with the ability Synchronize, and only having the move Teleport. So that literally means this Abra cannot do anything in a trainer battle. So for now, this Abra is the weakest member of its team and goes down very easily. At this point, I've pretty much assured my victory. Defeating both Charmander and Pidgeotto pretty much assures my victory with Buddy. Next is his level 50 Rattata with the moves Tackle, Tail Whip, Quick Attack, and Hyper Fang. That Hyper Fang could be bad, but like other than that, it's going to go down in one hit. It's a Rattata at the end of the day. Although you can watch out for Guts. Guts is kind of a deadly ability to go for. And yeah, we beat Blue. And he tells us a bit about Bill, a world-famous Poke Maniac, and we should go check him out. And he also invented the Pokemon storage system, and obviously recommends that we go thank him, and he fucks off. But oh wait, he doesn't. He comes back to give us the item that really isn't going to be much help on our journey, the Fame Checker. This pretty much allows you to look at a bunch of famous people and like pretty much allows you to recap all the things you've heard about certain characters, which would be amazing in some other games, but not really in Pokemon. So we take a quick second to finally heal after that battle. And I think I also did a bit of team organization, I believe. And I also went to go buy some things, such as we can now buy super potions, which would come in very handy. I don't even remember what I bought by here. I just stock up because we had no potions after Mount Moon. And we do have money, so definitely good to invest in that. And I also decided to go for some Pokeballs just so I can go catch some more Pokemon. Because, like, even though I'm not going for, like, 100%, I do think it's nice to fill out the Pokedex a bit. It does help out. And also, catching Pokemon can be fun sometimes. I go to sell also some of the stuff we got from the last video. I go to sell the Star Piece, which we sell for 4,900. The Tiny Mushroom, which we also go to sell. And I also think I show off how much the Rare Candy sells for. No? Oh, okay. The Rare Candy also does sell for a lot, I believe. It's just, don't do that. It's just such a good item. And then I decided to go fight Misty straight away. We also see that Blue has also beat Misty. And we just go through the gym. Obviously, Misty being a water-type gym leader, it's very, very good of us to fight with Buddy. I mean, not like we've got any other options. But hey-ho. hey ho. So we start off fighting this guy. He uses a Horsey, which is quite a cool little Pokemon. That's the main reason I'm showing this fight. Horsey is he's a pretty good water type Pokemon. I believe he can't evolve into his final form in this game, because obviously you need an item that's Gen 2 exclusive, I believe. You also got Shelter, another cool Pokemon. You see a lot of cool water type Pokemon in this gym. It's just a shame you don't get them for a while. And we also get Confused, which is very fun. Also, I failed to mention, but I also think Buddy grew to level 25 during the blue battle. And we also fight her second gym trainer. I think the reason I didn't cut these out is because they are technically required fights. I think you can skip the first one, but again, you shouldn't skip the gym trainers, they're pretty valuable. You also see a Goldeen, which is a pretty cool Pokemon. I love how there's a lot more variation in the Pokemon you see in this gym compared to what you see in the wild, which is nice. Water is definitely one of my favourite types. So I check my stats real quick right before playing the game, showing off the level and stuff. And then I go to fight Misty. Hi, you're a new face. Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What is your approach when you catch trained Pokemon? My policy is all out offense with water-type Pokemon. Yep, Misty is our second gym leader here, and to be fair, she's not too bad to be honest. Misty's gonna first start off with a level 18 Staryu with the ability Natural Cure, which means every time she switches out, she's gonna heal any status conditions, but that's kind of pointless because trainers don't really switch, NPC ones anyway. It has the moves Tackle, Harden, Recover, and Water Spin, and as you can see, it's already dead. Not Water Spin, Water Pulse. Yeah, I'm fumbling my words. Anyway, Staryu's dead, and we turn to level 26, which is very nice. We're getting quite overpowered. And finally, she sends out her last Pokemon, Starmie, the evolution of Staryu with the moves Rapid Spin, Swift, Recover, and Water Pulse. Also the ability to Natural Cure as well, but considering she's not got enough Pokemon to switch into, kind of pointless. And to be fair, it's also probably going to go down very quickly. This thing can be deadly if you're fighting, if you chose Charmander. Pikachu might not be able to fight it off, unless it's quite overpowered. That's the only way I can really see this being hard, and Recover can be annoying if you get stuck in that. If it starts spamming Recover, you could be in trouble. But hey ho. Oh, we almost one-shot it. Which also does have a Super Potion, so you need to be cautious of that. But really, it wasn't much. And that was an easy gym battle. And for winning it, we get the Cascade Badge, which allows us to control any Pokemon up to level 30 and enables the use of Cut. And we also get TMO3, which contains the move Water Pulse, which is a really good move for Water-type Pokemon. So if you have Squirtle, whack that shit on right now. So we continue up Nugget Bridge, which again is a gauntlet of 5 trainers that we need to fight to continue on. And this is very annoying, in my opinion, because there's not really any interesting Pokemon or fights here. It's literally just a gauntlet of trainers where you fight the same basic Pokemon you've been fighting up to this point. They're all low level compared to Misty or Blue. So literally, you're going through spamming the moves over and over again. yeah, our best bet is to just plow through all of these, and it's good for getting experience on like a lower level Pokemon. Considering we've been raising Buddy this whole time, it just adds more experience onto the already powerful Pokemon that we already have. So I mean, like, well, all the fuck's the point of that? So yeah. As you can see, Buddy does get some considerable experience here, which is good. I don't hate the fact that we're getting experience, I just hate the fact that this is just kind of monotonous. I like having either see, if I'm playing a bunch of trainers, I want them to either be challenging, have some cool gimmick, or have some Pokemon that I've not seen before so I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. This is why I'm not the biggest fan of Nugget Bridge. It's a bit annoying. To be fair, a lot of this during the part I was thinking of skipping, and you know what, I think I might just do that. I think I might just speed up the rest of this. And I guess I'll see you at the end of Nugget Bridge.
Bullshit lazy, still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game.
Yep, I shit you not, it actually took that long. Nugget Bridge is quite possibly one of the worst things I've seen. I'm fine fighting a quantity of trainers either on a route or on a gym, but like, that was literally a straight line for nothing but the same sort of Pokemon you've been fighting already up to this point, with no variation, skill, or anything really. Buddy grew to level 27 during that, which was the one nice thing that happened because of it. Which, I mean, that was cool I guess, but still doesn't excuse really kind of shite game design in my opinion. If you wanted to do something like that, you could have made that a million times better. But hey, there's one more trainer to speak to, which is reward you get for clearing Nugget Bridge. So after you beat all the 5 trainers, you speak to this guy and he gives you a nugget, which is an item that you can use for selling, which is really handy. And he also asks if you want to join Team Rocket. And if you hadn't gathered, this was a Team Rocket recruiting operation, which, I mean, cool I guess. If you want people to not join your organization, then like, that's the way you do it I guess. Because personally this did the opposite. Yeah, to be honest, it's a nice evil thing Team Rocket does in this game in my opinion. I'll go in more detail on why Team Rocket kind of sucks as a Pokemon team much later on. But yeah, you fight an Ekans and probably a Rattata, I believe. They all use in Pokemon. I hate being so negative because I have been enjoying this game a lot more while playing through this. It's just I'm not in the best of moods having to re-record audio for an episode I've already done. Personally, I just kind of wanted to release this episode and have that be it, but oh well, what can you do? It was a Zubat, so I mean, I was right about it being a Pokemon we've already seen before. Seen too much, if you ask me. But hey, once we defeat this Zubat, which we're about to any second now. Perfect. Buddy grows to level 28. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Prove me wrong, why don't you, gameplay? Yeah, we would be able to become a top leader because we use more than several Pokemon. On this route we can find TM2045 for Attract, and I also try avoiding a bunch of Pokemon trainers because I don't want Buddy to grow too high leveled, because he is getting dangerously close to evolving, which I mean is good, but I don't want it happening just yet. And also I want to save some Pokemon for a future team member, because we are getting another team member fairly soon. Don't worry, it's not in this video. I would be kind of heartbroken if I had to do it in a video which we get a new team member. But we ended up fighting two of the trainers. Buddy does grow to level 28, and these are the two trainers I fight on this route. There is actually some cool Pokemon on this route. For example, you can get Audition. You can get Oddish if you're playing FireRed version like me, or you can get Bellsprout if you're playing Leaf Green version. And you can also actually get Metapod and Kakuna. And you can also get Abra as well. Abra is quite a good Pokemon. If you have a friend to play with, you can trade him when it evolves into Abra into getting one of the best Pokemon. But as you can see, we grow to level 29, and Buddy tries to learn Sweet Scent, which is an awful move. It deals with evasion and accuracy, which I mean, like, is pretty good, as we can see. If you can get it working like Pidgeotto, you can essentially make it so you can't keep missing, which is kind of cool, I guess. So we go into this house and we help out Bill, who has turned himself into a Clefairy, which is a lot better than the good old Rattata of the Pokemon manga. Which, yeah, that's a bit thing. So he pretty much goes to you, please help me, I'm a Clefairy, I don't want to be a Clefairy. Can you fix it? You just gotta press the button on the PC. Which we go, yeah, sure, why not? You actually do have to help him, you can't just say no. Much as it would be funny too. So, yep, you press the button and he turns himself back into a human. Now, I'm glad he chose Clefairy as the Pokemon he merged himself with and not any other Pokemon. Because, I know the internet. It's especially concerning when you know what one of his favourite Pokemon is. So yeah, Bill is grateful that we unturn him from Clefairy back into a human, and he gives us this SS ticket, which is used to get into the exclusive cruise line at the SS Anne, which is in Vermilion City. So we've now got a party we can attend, with lots of trainers on board, which is a pretty good reward, and who knows, we may need it later on in our adventure. So yeah, I tried to show you, there is actually something you can do here, besides dealing with Bill. I tried to do it there, but you can't do it until you leave the house and come back in, which I eventually figure out. Takes me a while though. Yep. Oh, I think he's got it. Yeah, there we go. Good on you, past Alvis. Aren't you just a smart little cookie, you? So, yep, his favourite Pokemon are Eevee, Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. Nope, we are not mentioning copypastas on this series. No, thank you. Other than that one, pretty basic Pokemon choice. Eevee is one of my favourite Pokemon as well. And also, no, my favourite of those is Jolteon. But yeah, if you actually go and check all of these, you actually get them added to your Pokedex as seen, which is a nifty little thing. So you just want to fill out the Pokemon Pokedex with some Pokemon that you may or may not get during your adventure. It's very good to do it here. You don't get them completed, but like some people like to just see every Pokemon in the game, which is pretty good. I mean, some Pokemon games actually just counts being seen as another form of completion, which works, and I like that a lot. So after we see Bill, we go through this house, which has been ransacked, and turns out they ransacked this place with a TM dig, which is a move. Yeah. So after that, we go out and we find the guy literally 2 steps away from the house who stole it, which, I mean, it just goes to show what the fuck the police are doing, even in the Pokemon world. So we fight him. He has him a Chop, which is a Pokemon that Team Rocket Grunts don't normally have, which is kind of neat, I guess. But still, he falls to Buddy's classic Razor Leafs. And a Drowsy. Drowsy is a Pokemon that they normally have. Also a creepy one. I don't like Drowsy that much. Kinda creepy Pokemon. But yeah, we easily dispatched this Team Rocket Grunt. He gives us his money for winning, but he also gives us the TM he stole. But instead of being a good Samaritan, we don't give it back. Instead, we go to the Pokemon Daycare, which is a place where you can leave your Pokemon, and for every one step you do, they get 1 point of experience. There's a lot you can't do in the Pokemon Daycare in Generation 1. It's essentially just used to grind up Pokemon you can't be asked to train. And it's just fun to just leave Pokemon there. Normally it's just kind of useless to do it, but I like to do it whenever I find a Pokemon Center. I just put a Pokemon Daycare, I put a Pokemon that I don't use into the Daycare, and then I come back for it at the very end of the game, which is what we're going to do. So I put Magikarp in there. I also catch an Oddish and a Meowth on the next route, and we finally get to Vermilion City, where the next gym and next dungeon is there for us. And also our next team member, which we will see in the next episode, which has got audio, has got live commentary, which is nice. This is all the progress that we've made. Bang on 4 hours, we got 2 gym badges, we've got 11 Pokemon, and we've made $14,000, which is neat. So yeah, this has been a decent episode of Pokemon. I'm sorry for the lack of live commentary. I hope this post-commentary has been quite good. I'm going to try to avoid this mistake in the future, but hey, at least it's finally a short video for this series, which I don't know how many more or less we're going to have, but I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Bye, guys!